Ladies and gentlemen, there will be moments in your life when the noise outside feels louder than the voice within. The world will pull you in every direction. Some will applaud you, others will doubt you, and many will try to define you. But in the middle of all that chaos, there lies a sacred space, the space of focus. Protect it. Nurture it. Staying focused is not about closing your eyes to the world. It is about choosing to keep them open for what truly matters. There was a time when I believed that life was supposed to be a straight path. You aim, you walk, you reach. But life, in its wisdom, doesn't work that way. It throws detours, storms, even silence. And in those moments when progress feels invisible and dreams feel distant, focus becomes your anchor. Focus is not just about discipline. It is about love for your purpose. When you are focused, you're not just avoiding distractions. You are honoring your calling. You see, people will often tell you what you can't do. Let them. Let them speak. And then let your silence be louder than their noise. Let your work answer their questions. Let your progress become your poetry. Staying focused also means forgiving yourself for every delay, every mistake, every fall. Because focus is not perfection, it is presence. It is showing up every day, even with trembling hands and a tired heart. So I urge you, stay focused, not because the path is easy, but because your purpose is worth it. Even if the world moves ahead while you are crawling, crawl in grace. Even if the lights dim, shine within. Even when no one sees your effort, keep going. Because one day your journey will speak for itself. And when it does, it will not whisper, it will roar. Stay focused, stay kind, stay true. When life begins to shift, when everything around you starts to feel like a blur, people talking, circumstances changing, expectations piling up, it's easy to feel like you're losing your balance. The noise of the outside world can become overwhelming. People will pull you in every direction. Some will expect you to move faster, while others will question the way you move at all. In these moments when clarity seems far and the pressure feels close, the one thing that can keep you grounded is focus. Focus becomes your anchor in chaos. This kind of focus isn't loud, it doesn't demand attention. It doesn't shout over the noise. It simply holds you steady quietly, firmly. It reminds you why you started. It brings your attention back to what truly matters. Because there will always be distractions, social media, opinions, comparisons, fear. There will always be something tempting you to give up or give in. But focus helps you filter through the noise. It doesn't erase the chaos around you, but it gives you the strength to move forward in spite of it. Focus is a form of trust in yourself, trust in your journey. You might not have all the answers. You might not even be sure what the next step looks like. But when you choose to stay focused, you are choosing to keep going anyway. You are choosing to believe that every small effort matters, that every single day you stay aligned with your purpose, you're building something meaningful, even if no one sees it yet. When everything around you feels uncertain, focus becomes your constant. When everything around you feels uncertain, focus becomes your constant. It is the soft, unwavering voice that tells you you can. Just keep going. It doesn't ask you to be perfect. It doesn't expect you to always be strong. It simply invites you to stay connected to your why, your reason, your vision, your passion. In a world that is always moving, always changing, staying focused is one of the bravest things you can do. And yes, there will be days when your focus wavers, days when doubt knocks louder than determination. But the beautiful thing about focus is that it's always available to return to. Like an anchor dropped into the depths of your heart, it waits for you to remember, to realign, to rise. So when life gets loud and the path gets unclear, pause, breathe, come back to your focus. Let it steady your steps. Let it quiet the storm. Let it hold you not back, but still just long enough for you to find your way again. Because in the middle of all the chaos, focus will always be your calm. Focus is often misunderstood. People think it's about shutting everything out, about locking yourself in a room and cutting ties with the world. But true focus is not isolation, it's dedication. It's not about avoiding distractions out of fear. It's about staying connected to your purpose out of love. Focus is not punishment. It's devotion. When you deeply care about something, your dream, your mission, your growth, focus comes naturally. You don't have to force yourself to pay attention. You choose to. You choose to wake up every day and align your actions with your purpose. Even when it's hard, even when you feel tired, because that purpose means something to you. It's not just a goal written on paper. It's a calling you feel in your soul. Distractions will always exist. There will always be noise, temptations, shortcuts. You will be tempted to compare your pace with someone else's. You will be pulled by comfort, delayed by doubt. But focus allows you to say, I'm not here to be faster. I'm here to be faithful. It reminds you that consistency is stronger than urgency, that purpose is greater than pressure, that where your heart leads, your effort must follow. Staying focused doesn't mean your path is always clear. It just means you're willing to keep walking through the fog. It means you trust that clarity will come, step by step, as long as you keep showing up. You don't need to have it all figured out to be focused. You only need to care enough to stay committed. Focus is a form of love because it asks you to protect what matters. It teaches you to say no, not out of bitterness, but out of respect for your time and energy. When you stay focused, you create boundaries that serve your growth. You learn to value your journey over other people's opinions. You realize that chasing everything means catching nothing. So you choose to chase only what truly aligns with your heart. And yes, focus can be lonely sometimes. When others are celebrating loud distractions and easy wins, your quiet commitment might go unnoticed. But don't let that shake you. Focus is not loud. It is powerful in silence. You don't have to prove your dedication. Let your work speak for itself. Let your growth be the evidence of your discipline. Eventually, the love you poured into your purpose will bloom. Not overnight, but in time. And when it does, you will know it wasn't luck. It was focus. The kind of focus that comes not from fear of failure, but from love for the journey. So stay focused not because you have to, but because your purpose deserves that kind of devotion. There will always be voices around you. Some will cheer for you, others will criticize. Some will tell you you're capable of anything, and others will try to convince you that you're not good enough. This is the reality of life, people. We'll always have opinions. But not every voice deserves a place in your mind. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to stay silent, stay focused, hide when your actions speak louder than the noise around you. You don't need to respond to every doubt, to every whisper of negativity. You don't have to explain your vision to those who can't see it yet. Let them talk, let them misunderstand, let them question your steps. Because you are not here to be understood by everyone, you are here to fulfill a purpose that was given only to you. When you choose to stay focused, you're choosing to trust yourself. You're choosing to move with intention instead of reacting to opinions. You stop wasting energy proving your worth, and instead you invest that energy into becoming the person you're meant to be. It's not pride, it's peace. You see, progress doesn't always shout. Real growth is often quiet. It happens behind the scenes, in early mornings, late nights, in moments when no one is watching. While others are busy judging, you are building. While they speak, you act. And one day your consistency, your work, and your results will answer every question they ever had about you. Let your silence be strength, not weakness. Let it reflect discipline, not doubt. You don't need to defend every decision or prove every point. People might underestimate you now, but they won't be able to ignore you forever. Your dedication will show. Your results will shine. And when that moment comes, there will be no need for words. Your journey will be the loudest voice in the room. Staying focused in a world that's always watching, always commenting is not easy. It takes courage to keep your head down and your heart steady. But that's exactly where greatness begins. Not in the spotlight, but in the quiet moments of determination. In choosing not to be distracted by praise or discouraged by criticism. So when they doubt you, smile gently. When they talk, keep moving. And when they ask how you did it one day, tell them it was never about proving anything to anyone. It was about becoming everything you knew you could be. Let your work speak. Let your journey speak. Let your silence speak. Because in the end, it's not the loudest person who wins, it's the one who never stopped moving forward, no matter who is watching. Progress is not always loud. It's not always visible. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like progress at all. There will be days when you wake up and question if you're moving forward or simply standing still. Days when your efforts go unnoticed and your dreams feel just as far away as they did yesterday. But in these moments, when results are silent and motivation is thin, focus becomes everything. It becomes your quiet strength, your inner guide, your reminder that even the smallest steps matter. We often measure success by big milestones, by applause, achievements, recognition. But real growth doesn't happen in those loud moments. It happens in the quiet in-betweens. In the early mornings you choose to show up. In the decisions no one sees. In the discipline you hold on to when no one is clapping. That is where progress lives. Focus doesn't always give you instant rewards. Sometimes it asks you to work in faith, to believe in a destination you can't yet see, to trust that every small effort is building something greater piece by piece. And that trust, that belief is what carries you through the dry seasons. When your energy is low, when the pace feels slow, focus whispers, keep going. This matters. It's easy to stay motivated when progress is obvious. But staying focused when it isn't, that's where the difference is made. Because every person you admire, every success story you see, is rooted in someone who kept going when no one was watching. Someone who stayed focused through silence. Someone who chose to believe that slow doesn't mean stuck and quiet doesn't mean failure. You're not always going to see the results right away, and that's okay. Growth is not about speed, it's about direction. As long as you are facing the right way, as long as your heart is aligned with your purpose, every step is worth taking. Focus helps you hold on to that perspective. It helps you show up on the hard days, not because you feel like it, but because you're committed. It helps you understand that rest is part of the journey, but giving up is not. And it reminds you that progress is not about being perfect, it's about being present. So when it feels like nothing is changing, keep going. When you question if it's working, keep going. When the results take longer than expected, keep going. Because one day you'll look back and realize that the days you thought didn't matter were the ones that built your foundation. Progress is happening even if it's quiet, even if it's slow, even if no one sees it. And focus is the reason it will continue. Keep walking, even when the world isn't clapping. Because the most meaningful progress is the kind that begins in silence. Focus helps you hold on to that perspective. It helps you show up on the hard days, not because you feel like it, but because you're committed. It helps you understand that rest is part of the journey, but giving up is not. And it reminds you that progress is not about being perfect, it's about being present. So when it feels like nothing is changing, keep going. When you question if it's working, keep going. When the results take longer than expected, keep going. Because one day you'll look back and realize that the days you thought didn't matter were the ones that built your foundation. Progress is happening even if it's quiet, even if it's slow, even if no one sees it. And focus is the reason it will continue. Keep walking, even when the world isn't clapping. Because the most meaningful progress is the kind that begins in silence. Focus helps you hold on to that perspective. It helps you show up on the hard days, not because you feel like it, but because you're committed. It helps you understand that rest is part of the journey, but giving up is not. And it reminds you that progress is not about being perfect, it's about being present. So when it feels like nothing is changing, keep going. When you question if it's working, keep going. When the results take longer than expected, keep going. Because one day you'll look back and realize that the days you thought didn't matter were the ones that built your foundation. Progress is happening even if it's quiet, even if it's slow, even if no one sees it. And focus is the reason it will continue. Keep walking, even when the world isn't clapping. Because the most meaningful progress is the kind that begins in silence. Even when results are slow, even when distractions are many, you always have the power to choose your attention. To say right now, this is where I am. This is what I can do. And it's enough. That is the heart of focus. It's not about proving yourself, it's about staying connected to your purpose, no matter how imperfect the journey feels. So release the pressure to be perfect. Embrace the power of presence. Because the person who keeps showing up day after day with honest effort and a clear heart will always go farther than the person who waits for the perfect moment. Let go of the illusion. Focus isn't about flawlessness, it's about faithfulness to your path, to your growth, to your reason for beginning in the first place. Be present. That's where your power lies. There is something deeply powerful about quiet persistence. The kind of dedication that doesn't seek attention, that doesn't need validation. The kind that moves steadily, step by step. Because the goal is not to be seen, it's to become. When you stay focused, even when no one is watching, even when no one understands, you are planting something within you that will one day bloom in ways you can't yet imagine. Your journey, though slow and silent now, will one day speak for itself. You don't have to shout your plans to the world. You don't have to prove your worth with constant updates or applause. The truth is, the most beautiful transformations often happen in silence. Like seeds growing beneath the soil, your effort, your patience, your quiet focus is preparing something powerful. And one day it will rise. It will show. It will speak not with words, but with results. Let others race. Let them chase fast success, loud approval. Instant recognition, your path is different. Yours is rooted in purpose, not pressure. You are not building something temporary. You are building something lasting. And lasting things take time. They take commitment. They take unwavering focus when distractions are loud and doubt creeps in. There may be times when you feel invisible. Times when your work is overlooked, your progress is questioned, or your pace is misunderstood. Don't let that break you. Let it build you. Let it shape your character, deepen your strength, and remind you why you began. You are not here to impress, you are here to fulfill something that lives deep inside you. And that purpose doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be real. Focus teaches you to stay in your lane, to trust the process, and to believe in your own timing. It keeps you grounded when everything around you is moving too fast. It helps you remember that success is not just about arriving, it's about becoming the kind of person who is ready for what they've worked so hard for. And when the day comes that your journey starts to shine, when the pieces begin to fall into place, when the world starts to notice, you will know that it wasn't luck. It wasn't noise. It wasn't shortcuts. It was your focus. It was your willingness to keep going when it was hard, to stay committed when it was quiet, and to hold on when everything in you wanted to give up. That's the story your journey will tell. It will speak of strength, of patience, of silent perseverance. It will inspire others not because it was easy, but because it was honest. So keep showing up. Keep giving your best. Stay focused, not for the world to see you, but so that one day when they finally do, you can say with full truth, this was built with love, with faith, and with fire that never stopped burning.